Hello, viewers. Welcome to another vlog from the Vlog Corner here. Yes, I missed one yesterday. Sorry about that. I'll tell you guys why in a minute, and it is kind of a sad one, actually. Before I forget, today is the 20... No, it's not the 20th. Today is February 8th, 2018, here for day of entry. 6:39, I think it is, or 6:40. No, not 6:39. 8. I think it's 8:39 or 8:40. And I'm coming to you guys from Avon, Massachusetts, here at about 11:15 or 11:20. I thought I'd shoot one earlier in the day, but I didn't want to then. I'm going to try to get this out in time and everything. So, yeah, guys, work was good yesterday. Work was good yesterday. I zoned, cleaned up, and everything. Also helped April a little bit. I actually did something that I have probably only done twice, 2 or 3 times, that I've done a couple of times. I've done it verbally and I've done it via text, but I since the friendship is starting to progress again, I decided to text her to see if she got home okay last night. She says all's good, thank you, and good night, because just wanted to end it there. That is not the reason why I wanted to shoot this vlog. This vlog is going to be 10 minutes. The reason why I did not shoot last night, and I will tell you guys why right now. So, you guys are aware of my friend Tom. He owns Thomas Gilkey, the channel, and so about 12:30 last night, he launched a video. Actually, no, 11:30 he launched a video. And I'm thinking of the thank you, and I'm thinking of the thank you to the subscribers video that he posted. But so about 11:30 last night, he posted a video, and a bittersweet one, about a bittersweet one. So Thomas and his family own 2 dogs. One's named Rosie, and one is Tilly, or Tills as they call her. I used to call her Tills because I knew the dogs very well, and when I went to go over the house, I got to know them quite a bit. So what happened was last night his mother called him at work and asked him if he had a moment to talk and say something, a moment to talk and converse with him a little bit. He was kind of in the middle of stuff, and she said it was urgent. When she got a minute, he went aside and because he asked his manager for time, because he told his family he had an family, something to do with his family. So yesterday afternoon, Tom's mom brought Tilly. Tilly and Rosie are Portuguese water dogs. They're actually very too energetic, and they're actually very energetic dogs, and they're very, very active dogs, to say the least. But what happened was Tilly, the oldest of the duo, when Allison, my friend's mother, that's my friend's mother, Allison, actually, very hospitable British, very, very hospitable British lady too, if I may say so myself. It reminds me of when I'm at home, so I feel at ease. But what happened was she was trying to feed the dog, feed it water, feed it food. It actually the dog, Tilly, wouldn't touch her water, wouldn't touch her food. And this persisted throughout the day to the point where Tom's mother, where Allison had to take the had to take Tilly to the vet, and to get her checked out and everything. And what they were going to do is they were going to try to operate on Tilly to figure out the problem and see what was going to go on. The only problem was via his video. Obviously, get the full story when I talk to him. Talk to him soon. And Tom, thank you. I will be awaiting that call. So what ended up happening was they wanted to operate, but it turns out that she might not survive the anesthesia and she might not survive the surgery. There was a lot of risks with it. She had heart murmurs from what I saw in the video. She was also hard of hearing, and she also has pretty bad arthritis from what his mother told me. And I remember being over the house the last couple of years and seeing this happen. Long story short, they couldn't do anything, so she dropped the news to Tom, and Komodo Vlog fans and my friend Tom lost his dog Tilly, and it was kind of devastating for me to hear this via vlog. I mean, I'll probably get the full story. As I said, I'll get the full story from Tom when I talk to him next. But I sat there after I watched the video, and I was absolutely speechless. Such a gentle dog. Great dog. I remember going to that house every single time I used to visit him and having that dog sniff me around and everything. I just can't kind of just fathom it that she had to be taken away. I believe she was 18 or I believe she was either 15 or 17 years old, which in dog years I think is like 90 something. I'll have to do the math. I'll do the math. Obviously get the math. I think she was 17 years old in dog years. I think, which is like 97 years old or something like that. So Tilly was an old girl. She lived a pretty long life. She could have lived a little longer, but I just feel devastated that this happened to such a great dog. And the reason why I say this is because this dog was very special, because not only to Tom, because it actually did something for me, and Tom actually she did the same thing. It's probably going to be more than 10 minutes, by the way. The dog actually got me over my fear of dogs, and it got Tom over his fear of dogs. I found this in the video last night. Did not know that, Tom, that this dog actually got you over your fear of dogs. It did the same for me, actually. So I owe that to Tilly's soul and to Tilly's being for getting me over my fear of dogs. And I remember when I first met the dog, Tilly, Tills as we call her, Tilly girl, as we all call her. She ended up, I can remember like it was yesterday. So I ended up getting out of his car, the Chevy Suburban that they used to have back then. I still remember, Tom, all those years ago. Remember walking in that door and that dog jumping all over me, biting. And I remember the first thing that dog did was bite the zipper on my khakis. Almost pulled my khakis off. But I think she was just trying to latch on, just to kind of, just try to see who I was and see what type of person I am, because she was sniffing around trying to figure out who I was. And I figured right there and then, that little gesture, she was a special dog, Tom. And I figured she'd be the one that would get me over my fear of dogs. Just as you as a friend have helped me out, get over a lot of things and helped me through a lot of things. Kind of find that little parallel that this dog actually got me over my fear, and, and it was kind of the start of our friendship, and it was a great thing. Um, I remember that dog would bite on my khaki zipper to the point where his mom actually asked me not to wear khakis that had pocket zippers. Did I listen? Probably not. I started wearing jeans after that. I think. But once in a while, when I left that house, I wear khakis with the zipper on the pocket. Um, and she'd chew on it like a chew toy every time. And you guys were trying to pull the dog away. But I said, you guys don't have to pull the dog away. I'm not that bad. She can be playful if she wants. I didn't say that, but I wanted her to do that. Should have said that, but I kind of want to let the experience speak for itself. But obviously, your mother didn't want me to lose my khaki pants. So yeah, don't worry. And I probably lost those khaki those. I probably lost. I probably gave away those khakis to Goodwill or something because I grew out of them pretty much because I grew up. So did I. Unfortunately, I slimmed back down though. But yeah, I remember that dog, gentle soul, energetic as it can be. Um, it's a devastating loss for me as one of Tom's friends because um, I believe I was the last of his friends to actually see Tilly alive. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but I think I was one of your last friends to actually see Tilly alive, actually, and that actually hurts a little bit. That actually hurts emotionally a little bit because um, I remembered the second I saw the video. I was just lost for words because um, she had that special moment on picking up my zipper um, to my khaki pocket, and I was the last one of your school friends to see her alive, and maybe it was a good thing I came and visited you. Maybe I felt something, and that's the reason why I asked your mom how old Tilly was and how she was doing because, um, you know, you never know when things are going to happen. Someone told me that I wanted to come to see you, be supportive as a buddy, but kind of had a feeling that there was something else that drew me to come to that house for that day, and um, that kind of strikes a chord because Tilly, from what I remember, I think there was a few times actually. There was a couple other memories actually, Tom. I remember a couple of times when I was over your house. I went downstairs and Tilly and Rosie were already bouncing around already. And I remember Tilly coming up to me and sitting on my lap, and sitting on my lap, actually laying on my lap actually for a little bit. I'd pet her a little bit, stroke her fur and everything. I'd be talking to her, see, just to get to know her a little bit. You were still snoozing away, by the way, while all this was happening, so you never got to see this side, me playing and kind of communicating with the dogs, and everything. But I remember doing this a couple of times while I was over your house. I was just wouldn't pet her while you were looking. I was actually, talking and she was trying to get to know me. I was trying to get to know her. Dogs don't communicate and they don't talk, but if dogs could talk, I'm pretty sure Tilly would have a lot to say about me because I was over your house quite a bit and while she was around. And I know other friends probably petted that dog, but I always made sure to pet that dog at least once or twice and pet it before I went because and pat her on the head because that dog literally saved me from my fear of dogs, Tom. Um, Tom and the rest of your family, my prayers go out to you guys for your loss. Tilly was a special soul to me, and she was also a very kind and gentle one. I knew from that one pull of the zipper, that pocket zipper, that she was a special dog. And she was a special dog then, and she'll be a special dog up in heaven. Well, she'll play in eternity. She may run into my grandfather because my grandfather was a very big dog person. So hopefully, my grandfather will have a companion to play with up there because my grandfather was a big dog person. Probably didn't know that, but my grandfather was a big dog person. My mom's dad. I know my mom's dad. So, yeah, Tom, my and everybody else, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and to the gentle, sweet soul of Tilly. It is kind of a sad time, and this kind of comes at a time when Tom's dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment. But, and Tom, I hope you're doing all right. My thoughts and prayers go out to you as well. Make sure you're doing okay, because this dog was special to you more than it was me. But it was special to me, but she was more special to you, Ben, your mom, and your dad, and all the friends that you introduced her to over the years. And it was just sad to hear it. I tore up a little bit. Not gonna lie, tore up a little bit inside, a little bit, and emotionally. And Telly, wherever you are, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. You were fun and energetic when you were living. You had fun. You enlightened my life. Got me over my fear of dogs. I can only imagine how much fun you will have in eternity up in heaven. All right, guys. I'm not going to use my normal outro because this is kind of a video. I don't want to say anything, but I want to say, long live Tilly's soul, long live my grandparents' souls, especially my grandfather who loved dogs, and my grandmother also liked dogs as well. So it's kind of fitting that two grandparents I say amen to actually like dogs. So yeah, guys, Mike Camo here, off for the night. Tilly was a special soul. Let God lay her soul to rest and let her live in eternity up in the heavens. Good night, and night, folks.